Hi guys, welcome back to Easy Yoga with Mary. I think we're on week 9. This week we'll be using a yoga strap. Now I understand not everybody has one at home, so alternative would be a scarf, would be a good alternative. You can use a towel, you can use a tie. If you have a block, it'd be handy to just kind of keep it close by. That's just an important piece of kit. You can use a chunky kind of book instead. So if you want to just pause the video and shoot off and get yourself a towel, a scarf, or your belt if you happen to have one. And then when you're back, join me on the mat lying down, getting ready for our breathing. Okay. You need to move, maybe. Go on. Okay, lie down nice and carefully. Take a time or take a moment to just make any adjustments that you need. Your shoulders, your lower back. Remember, if the back's in any way sore, it might be nicer for you to keep your knees bent. If the back is good, you can slide or extend the legs away. Let the arms roll out if that's okay with you. Change that position if it's not. Take a moment, just feeling the ground solid and flat beneath you. 1 or 2 nice, soft, even breaths. Your eyes can be lightly closed. We'll have our 10 breaths, the most simple breath, just breathing in and breathing out. It's a breath you can go back to at any point in your day. It's a nice breath for your meditation practice if you're giving it a go at all. So, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Have a moment. Carefully bend your right leg, fit to your mat, your left leg, fit to your mat. Make your adjustments. You're going to begin to draw your knees in towards your chest, placing your hands either on your knees or behind. Allow yourself a little bit of movement, whatever kind of movement you'd like. Keep it soft, keep it relaxed. Now we're going to come up into a nice easy supine cobbler in a moment. So what I want you to do is begin to take your knees wide. Have your feet apart. Arms are inside the legs and you're holding on round about the shins or the front of the ankles area. And we're going to slowly lift. So you begin to raise your head and chest, head and shoulders. Keep the feet apart for me. Allow a little bit of movement. You know, you can kind of do one knee at a time if you wish. When you're ready, begin to bring your feet together, press your feet together. In theory, you want your toes pointing forward. You want your elbows soft, your gaze soft. You press your feet together here now and engage your pelvic floor. So get the feeling you're like drawn up through a centre line with your breath. Lovely. Bring your knees together, lower down. Have a second, any little movement you feel you need or want. 2 feet on your mat. So now you're going to grab your belt or your scarf or whatever you happen to have to hand. You're going to place the belt around the ball of the right foot. So bring the right knee in. So it's not your instep, remember, it's the ball of the foot. And we're going to extend the leg away nice and long towards the front of our mat. And take a moment to really lengthen out, so really send your heel away. Slowly you begin to bring the leg up. You walk the 2 hands up the belt. You'll have one on either side. Take a moment there. Try to relax your shoulders. Let's keep the left as it is for a second. So we'll just bend the right knee and straighten the leg. Bend the right knee and straighten the leg. Bend the right knee and straighten the leg. Now if you get any issues with your hip on that side, remember to put your thumb in the crease. Lengthen the lower back away from you and that'll leave you a bit of space. If you've got a sore back at all, keep your left knee bent. If you're good to go, left leg away. We're going to breathe, we're going to hold position. Now we need the 2 legs to work strongly here. This is very strong with a belt, so absolutely soften that knee or ease off a little if you need to. We're going to take both sides of the belt now into the right hand only. We're going to put the left hand on the left leg, round about the thigh or the front of the hip. Soften the knee a little bit. Turn the right foot a little bit out to the right and begin to take your leg out to the right. Now don't feel you've got to go far. If it's too much for you, put a bend in the knee. You might be able to go further. Just depends on the individual very much. You don't want the left side to lift. You've got to really work on the left thigh, working strongly, or engage the left thigh. Relax your shoulders. Breathing all the time. Slowly does it. We'll bring it back up to centre, soften the knee, take both sides of the belt into the left hand only. We'll put our right hand on the hip bone at the front there, right in at the crease at the top of your leg. Then begin to take the leg over to the left. Now don't let your right buttock lift this time, so you've got to really work on keeping that down. Don't feel you've got to fully straighten the right leg. What is quite nice is to bend and straighten it 2 or 3 times. If it's too much for you, which it might be, keep a little bend in the knee. It's very strong at the back of the knee. Great stretch for a runner here, but now don't go too far. Lovely. Slowly bring it back up to centre, bend the knee, release the belt, slide the leg away, take a second, both legs relaxing. It's a really lovely feeling then. The right leg feels considerably longer than the left. Then both knees, just the shoulders, so we'll bring the left knee in, place that belt around the ball of the left foot, remember not the instep, we'll send it forwards first. Take time or take a moment to really get your length. Bring the left leg up, walk or creep the 2 hands up the belt, take a moment there, keep your right as it is. You don't have to fully straighten, we will actually bend and straighten, bend and straighten. bend and straighten. And again, just to say, if you've any issues with that hip, you get a kind of jamming feeling, you put your thumb in there, you lengthen the lower back away from you. We talked about it last week as well. We've talked about it on and off. It's a good bit of practice or habit to get into. We'll extend the right leg away now if that's okay. Remember, it's fine to keep it bent up if you need to. Try to relax your shoulders. We'll ease off a little, take both sides of the belt into the left hand only. We place the right hand onto the right thigh there, round to the front of the hip bone. Turn the left foot out a little to the left. Begin to take it out to the left. Take your time, you can always adjust, your left hand there. Now we need the two legs working strongly, the left and the right. Slowly does it as you bring it up to centre and soften the knee. Take both sides of the belt into the right hand. Left hand now, the thumb goes in round about the crease of the top of the leg. Don't let that left side lift. Keep a bit of softness on the knee as you bring the leg over to the right. Slowly does it, bring it up to centre, bend the knee, release the belt, extend the leg away as you've done with the belt for now or for today, and just pop it off the side. It's nice to feel the two legs now, nice and long and lengthened out. It's a lovely stretch to do, as I say, for runners. Just be careful, don't go too far. We're going to bend both knees, feet hip width apart. Tuck your shoulders and then down, lengthen your lower back, your tailbone away from you, let your arms roll out, slowly does it. Now we're only going to lift the once today, but if you want to lower and lift, that's fine. Inhale, as you begin to slowly lift the tail, lifting the pelvis, the spine, all the ways off your mat and up. Adjust your head a little, very slightly, very lightly. Bring your arms in now. Let the hands maybe help you, let the feet help you. Don't let your knees waver. Lovely. Inhale, exhale. Slowly does it as you roll it all back and down. Again, take a second to adjust your shoulders and your lower back and do a nice simple twist from here. It's not a simple twist, it's just a slightly stronger one. It's right leg straight, left leg bent. If you need a more simple twist today, just keep the two knees bent. We scoot our bottoms over to the left a little bit. Adjust your shoulders. Begin to roll your legs to the right. You can ease yourself in and out. Pop the right hand on the outer edge of the thigh or the leg. If you need any adjustments, any further adjustments, go ahead. Close your eyes. Breathe. Take your time as you come back to centre, bring the legs back in, bring the arm down, adjust the lower back. We'll do the other side, so left leg away, right leg bent. Scoot your bottom a little bit to the right first, adjust your shoulders, then roll your legs to the left. And remember, you can ease yourself in and out if you wish. Pop your left hand on the outer edge of the thigh. Right arm, it's your choice, can be close to the body, can be further away. Make sure it's relaxed and comfortable. And you will notice that I kind of do this twist a lot. I think it's the one that you get the most benefit from. I mean, they're all beneficial, but because we do a lot of sitting, this is a great stretch. I mean, I have an issue myself here. my right glute, and this is kind of the main twist for me. Take your time as you slowly come back to centre, the 2 knees bent, 2 feet in your mat. So we bring the arms in, adjust the pelvis, just nice to be returned nice and flat and safe. We're going to come up to tabletops. Remember, any wee issues, you roll to your right or your left, whichever suits you. If you can, you roll yourself up. We're going to come round to a tabletop position. If you have a block handy, it's a good idea to keep it now towards the front of your mat. So you have a nice firm tabletop position. We're going to take the knees a little bit wider. Going to just do a shoulder stretch. So anyone working with a sore shoulder today, only go into this slightly. Don't feel you can go further into it. Feel your way through it really is what you're going to have to do. You're going to bring your right hand up to the sky first. Stretch it up to get a nice wee kind of armpit stretch there. Then we feed it under, like called threading the needle, underneath the left. Come onto your right shoulder, your right cheek. Your right hand can rest. If it's too much, you can ease off there without going too far. If it's too easy, just kind of push yourself a little bit further into it. Okay, very carefully use your left hand and push yourself up. Take a moment there if you need it. So it's going to be left hand up towards the sky now. We thread it underneath the right, come down onto the left cheek, left shoulder. Remember, if it's too much, come up a little. You could do this resting on a cushion on that shoulder so it's not quite so strong. Let the left hand relax. With your right hand, press it firmly into the ground, push yourself up. Bring the knees in so their back is kind of hip width apart. You can have a wee kind of soft sway or shimmy from side to side. Bit of a bop if you wish. Going to get ready for downward facing dog. So toes under, knees off your mat. Peel yourself up nice and careful. So you've had a nice lengthening in those legs already with the belt. You'll notice they don't feel as tight as they would normally. We'll lift our right leg off our mat and in the air and bend the knee. Take it easy if you need to. Keep gazing to your left leg. Keep some awareness to both of your arms. You'll have the right foot forward to the inside of the right hand. Take your time getting there. Remember, you can step it down and forward if you need to, or sweep it forward. Bring the left knee down. Take a moment. Maybe bring that left knee a wee bit out the left. Check that you're comfortable. You can always give your wrists a rotate if you wish at this point. You're allowed to move your head if you need to. Now, if you can, we'll have the left knee off our mats. Curl the toes under. If it's too much, you can put a bend in the knee. Straighten it out if you can. You just can only do what you can do, remember. We're going to twist both ways now. If you have a block, people quite often like to put the block inside the foot before they twist to the right. Then you can cup your left hand around the block. It can be on the ground, so you don't need a block. You lift up, turn to the right, reach, float your right hand up, and if this is too much, bring your back knee down. right hand down. Now let's bring the back knee down for a second. We're going to twist both ways. We're going to turn to the left. I really like a block on the outside of my foot for this one, and I like it standing on this medium height. You could use a kind of nice wee safe stack of books if you didn't have a block. Now you could turn to the left from here, or you keep your back knee off, heel comes down, keep the knee deeply bent as you turn to the left, float the left arm up, don't let the knee fall out, keep it in touch there with your right arm. You could also have your elbow on your thigh there. Slow. Left hand down, pivot on the foot. We're going to get back to down dog. You can slide your right foot back first if you wish, or sweep it back. Take a moment, shoulder width, hip width. Okay, so left leg off our mat and in the air. We'll bend the knee, lift the knee high, the heel come towards the opposite buttock. Keep gazing to your right leg. Keep some awareness to both of your arms. We want that left foot forward to the inside of the left hand, so by all means bring it down and step it forward, sweeping it forward if you can. Bring your right knee down. Just pause, nice, simple, low lunge. Very simple, but kind of a bit of essential maintenance. Lovely stretch there, front of the thigh, front of the hip. You can keep your knee down if you wish, or toes under the back leg, back knee off. If it's too much, you can put a bend in it. You can only do what you can do. It's nice to have a little lift with your breastbone. So to twist to the left, you can bring your knee down if you wish, keep it off your mat if you can. You can have a nice flat hand with the right, or you can use a block, cupping your hand around it, lift up through that right arm, turn to the left, reach or float your left hand up. Remember, sore shoulders, can keep the hand down on their hip there if they wish. Float the left hand down. You can bring your back knee down at this point if you wish. If you've got a block outside of the foot, it's just a personal choice of mine that I like the medium height here. A bit of a hip issue. Let your back heel come down so toes point out to the right. The knee is deeply bent. You lift up through the arm as you turn to the right. Reach and float the right arm up. Keep the knee touching the arm. Stops it from falling in. Slowly, right hand down, pivot on the foot. Just pop your block out of the way. We're going back to down dog, so you can slide your foot back or sweep it back, whichever. Just check your shoulder width with the hands, hip width with the feet. You notice the difference in the legs now today with the belt. Okay, we're going to have a little pause or rest, bring the knees down, take them a bit wider, sit back to your heels just as much as you can. You could rest your elbows down, or just to keep it engaged a bit further if you wish, creep your hands in front. Maybe bring the forehead down, we're all different. Begin to slide or creep your hands towards you. We bring the knees in a little bit, and we'll slowly come up to a soft forward bend, a soft forward fold. Keep the feet about hip width. Keep your knees generously bent. Soft sway or shimmy perhaps. Okay, let's place the hands maybe on our shins and do some half lifts. Inhale, nice flat back, long neck. Exhale, bend the knees to fold down. Inhale, raise the head and chest, half lift. Exhale, bend the knees to fold down. Inhale, raise the head and chest, half lift. Exhale, bending the knees to fold down and slowly keep your knees generously bent. Begin to maybe walk your hands up your legs. Nice sunny one today. Must be why we were graced with the presence of himself. Too warm for my side. Okay, step your legs apart, just about a metre. Hands to your hips, going to turn your toes out, getting ready for goddess pose. Now anybody with a sore knee, you pull this back or even leave it out if you need to. Any pelvic floor issues as well, you want to really keep that lifting or even leave out if you need to. So I like to place my hands on my thighs when I first sit down. You want your knees going in the same direction as your feet, so you have to take a moment with that just to check your alignment. Now relax those shoulders. We just hold this first one, we're going to do 3 all together. Tilting forward slightly, being in control, just seeing how the legs feel. Use the little toe as well as the big toe, but even think a little bit more about little toe. Keep your pelvic floor lifting. Let your tail just be natural and free. Lovely. I'm going to come up for a second. We'll have another 2. We're going to bring eagle arms into this. Now, sometimes if you have a sore shoulder, you might not be able to do an eagle arm, or you might not be able to do the full eagle arm position. So you have a choice. You could be hands to prayer, hands, forearms, elbows together. It's a good one as well. You get a lovely stretch with that. You might be able to do your sweeping across, backs of the hands, or fingers in the palm. So you've got choices. Boom, boom, boom. All right. We're going to set ourselves down again. Hands on thighs. Now, draw in through your belly. So if you had a sore back, you could stay like this if you wished. Hands to heart, perhaps. Forearms, perhaps. Right over left. Bend up. You may be able to get the fingers in the palm. If you lift the arms a little, perhaps, gaze to your thumbnail. Use your little toes, remember. Don't neglect your pelvic floor. Uncurl the arms, up and come for a second. Have a wee sway or shimmy perhaps. So we're going to do the other side with the arms. We'll bend our knees and sit down again. Remember, you can always keep your hands where they are if you wished. It's your choice. So, either palms together, forearms together, left over right, bend up. So you have a few choices there. Right fingers in the palm, lift the arms up a little bit, lift your pelvic floor, use your little toes, little toes, little toes, and curl, come up, we have a toe heel, toe heel, toe heel. I'm going to go back out again for a warrior 2. So, bear but that's the 2. In theory, they say like 1.5 meters, and that's a lot to ask. So just if you get somewhere even in between, metre, 1.5 meters will do fine. Hands to hips, check your feet are straight and parallel before you do anything else. Right toes, lift them up, turn them in slightly. Left toes up, all the way around. Check the foot is straight. It's heel to instep kind of thing. Again, bend on that left knee. Keep a nice fixed position. Chest to centre, facing this way, arms to shoulder level. Take a glance out, check you're not too high. And then gaze out over the left. Sit deeper if you can, but you've got to really control this knee because it kind of wants to fall in. You don't want that to happen. Draw in through the belly. Lift up through the pelvic floor. Let the tail naturally drop. Lovely, inhale, hands to your hips. Exhale, straighten the leg. Turn the feet to face forward. You can have a wee shim if you wish. Left toes, lift them up and turn them in slightly. Right toes up, up and all the way around. Check the foot is straight. Begin bending the knee. Nice fixed position there. Chest back to centre to face this way. Arms to shoulder level. Have a glance out. Check not too high. Gaze and out over your right. Control the knee, don't let it fall in. You press your feet, big toe and little toe, outer edge. Lift your pelvic floor, lift the belly. Lovely. Inhale, hands to your hips. Exhale, straighten that right leg. Turn the feet to face forward. Maybe a wee swim, shim even. We do our sideways stretch, trikonasana or triangle pose next. Right toes up and slightly left toes up all the way around. Check the foot is straight there. Chest back to centre facing this way. Arms to shoulder level. We look out, not too high. Put a little bit of softness in that left knee for me. Lift up from your waist and inhale. Exhale, reaching way over to the left and down. Now, it may be sufficient to stop at your knee, your shin. Some people can go further to their foot. Don't feel you have to. The right hand is reaching up towards the sky. Sore shoulders, keep the hands on your hips. Now, I don't want anybody leaning or tilting forward like this. You're better to be up here and have your spine and your shoulders in the correct position than down here and tilting forwards. So you bring your spine back, you bring your head back, visualize as if you were against a wall. Okay, right hand to the hip, take a look down, use your left foot, lift yourself up, turn your feet to face forward, have a moment. Left toes in slightly, right toes all the way around. Check the foot is straight. Chest back to centre to face this way. Arms to shoulder level. Take a moment. Let those shoulders relax and glide down your back. Just a little bit of softness in the right knee. We lift up from our waists. Inhale. Exhale, extending over to the right and down. Remember, your knee or your shin might be far enough for you. That left hand reaches up towards the sky. Imagine or visualize yourself against a wall. So just bring the spine back, bring the shoulders back. Okay, left hand to your hip, look down to your big toe, lift yourself up, turn your feet to face forward. Let's just step them in for a moment. Now we're going to do a wide-legged forward fold with a twist them. So the block can come in really handy here. You may not need it, that's absolutely fine. Step your feet out again, just about a metre. If you keep it kind of centre line there, just so the Drew can reach it nice and handy. You can always stand it taller too. Anybody's got a sore back, it's kind of a nice wee position there without going too far. Something to bear in mind. Put our hands on our hips, the crease there again, the top of the legs perhaps. Lift yourself up, spill yourself forward and down. Your hands might easily reach the ground. If not, that's where your block will come into play. You're going to have the left hand on the ground, so it'll be below your face or on the block. Right hand round to your lower back. And don't feel you've got to straighten your legs unless it's easy for you. Now let's just move this left hand a little bit more to the right, but maybe to the edge of your block like that. Lift up through the left arm. Begin to turn your upper body to the right. Turn into the right, turn into the right. Float your right hand up towards the sky there. Float the right hand down, soften the knees. You can always do a wee kind of shimmy from here. We'll have the right hand on the ground now, down below your face. Remember, it could be on the block. You lift up through that right arm. Maybe move it a little bit, just a wee fraction over to the left there. Turn that upper body slowly to the left. Turning, turning, reach. Float the left hand up towards the sky. Slowly does it. Left hand down, two hands down, Soften the knees. We're going to do a forward fold from here. So you might need a block. If you had a sore back, block is kind of just great. That little bit of extra height that it gives you really helps if you're having any issues there. Lower back, that would be. If you can, we're going to fold down. Relax the head. Fold down. Relax the head. Now use your hands strongly. They are keeping you in this position. Use the elbows to let them fall out or flare out. Let your neck just be long. If you come to fingertips, raise the head and chest, soften the knees. You can maybe bring your feet in a centimetre or two on either side. Use the feet strongly now and lift yourself up. Let the legs do the work slowly and carefully. Stepping them together. Now, that's a lot of wide leg stuff. 3-4 positions in a row there. Let's think about doing a little bit of pelvic floor stuff. So keep the feet slightly apart for me. Softly roll the shoulders back and down. Be aware of the imprint of your foot. So you're going to inhale, lift the shins, the thighs, the pelvic floor, the belly. Exhale, release to soften. Inhale, lift the shins, the thighs, the pelvic floor, the belly. Exhale to release and soften. Now your knees should be soft and light all the way through this. Inhale, lift the shins, the thighs, the pelvic floor, the belly. Exhale to release. We'll just do one more. Inhale, lift the shins, the thighs, the pelvic floor, the belly. Exhale to release. Take a moment. I want you towards the front of your mat. Have the feet together and do a squat. So extend out through the insteps, the heels. Spread the toes. You could keep your feet slightly apart if you needed to, but you just got to really work on your knees. Stop them flaring out. We're going to bend our knees to sit ourselves down. The tail is lovely and free here now. Bring the arms up alongside the ears. Take them a little bit wider so it's kinder and nicer on your shoulders. Gaze towards the front of your mat. If you move your head softly, you'll know you're not holding tension. Draw in through your belly. Let's just hold it. Keep your knees deeply bent. As you reach forward, you bow down. We want to step back to a plank position, but you could always go to a half plank. So you take your time, step your feet back. So your half plank, you can bring your knees down. Really push away. There's loads of work going on here as well. So you push away from the mat. You lift through your shins, your thighs, your belly. We'll lower ourselves nice and carefully so we can bring the knees down. Keep your elbows in close if you can. Tilt forward slowly as you lower all the ways down. Lowering the legs. Let's have one hand on top of the other perhaps. Rest one cheek on the back of your hands. Change that if it doesn't suit you. Let your heels fall out. Okay, we're going to very slowly change cheek. So you lift your head. I want you to change hands as well. Very carefully rest the cheek down. We're going to do our locust pose or salabasana next. We'll have 3 of those. So we'll have our arms down alongside our body. Our legs are long, not too wide, not too close. Let's softly roll the shoulders back and the hands or the fingertips can be lightly, just lightly touching the outer edge of the thighs. Inhale, Begin to raise your head and chest, the arms and legs. Now, this should be subtle. Think length. Imagine someone's holding your toes and lengthening the legs away from you, and you lift your breastbone, collarbone. Let's have a breath. Inhale. On your exhale, lower down. Again, legs nice and long, so it's subtle. Your buttocks are active, but they're not clenched, so they are working. I want you to think like center line all the time. So inhale, raise the head and chest, arms and legs. Again, toes away, collarbone forward. Visualize the center line up through the shins, the thighs, the buttocks, the belly, the breastbone. Inhale, exhale, lower down. Going to do one more like that. So lengthen out through those legs so they're nice and active. You know, at this point, you know, there's loads going on. Inhale, raise the head and chest, arms and legs. You know, don't be afraid to wiggle the fingers. Don't be afraid to wiggle the toes. Don't hold tension. Lovely. Inhale, exhale, slowly lower down. You can rest one cheek if you wish. We'll place our hands at chest level and push yourselves up to a tabletop position. Have our big toes touching on our knees wide. Slowly sitting back just as much as we can. Looking for you to get low, but if it doesn't suit you, then you can stay up. You can be anywhere, you know, in between. See what's right for you. I want you to be really comfortable in this position so you can relax in it. Then we just place our hands on our mat, lifting up the head and chest. We are going to sit on our bottoms and have our legs out and rocked. Janu Shasana, seated forward bend over one leg. So, let me bring this over just in case. You're going to very carefully bend your right leg. Let your right knee fall to the floor. I like to place my hand behind the knee. The sole of the foot comes through the inner thigh. Sore knee, you can always just do two straight legs. Now, if you just kind of lean to the right and pull the left buttock back a little bit, then take a moment to feel and find both of the sit bones. Now, if you had a sore knee or any bother your hip, you can put your block in here too. That'll lift it up and take the pressure off you. So it's just an option. You can use your belt around your foot, your scarf or whatever. If your back is sore, you could stay here. It's a nice option as well. We're going to get some height and length. Float the arms up, inhale tall. Now let's do this really slowly. Say 3 or 4 breaths. Inhale, exhale, fold, reach and stop. Have another breath. Inhale, fold, reach and stop. Have another breath. Fold, reach and stop. Now don't worry if you don't get to your foot. You can stop at your ankle or your thigh, your shin. Just raise the head and chest again. Take a moment. Scan your body. If your back is sore, you're better staying up. If the back is good and allows you, you can slowly fold. You take your time. Let's release both hands to the ground. Slowly begin walking or sliding your hands towards you as you lift yourself up. Come in and out of these seated forward bends very slowly and carefully, and you're less likely to hurt yourself. Take a moment to get the flesh away from the sit bones. Bend up the left, let the knee fall to the floor. Again, I like my hand behind my knee when I'm doing that, just gives it a bit of space. I'll make a little adjustment in my buttocks. I'm going to lean to the left, draw the right back, take a moment to find both sit bones. Again, unless you're on that side, block, cushion, rolled up cushion, absolutely fine as well. Let's get our height, lift up from your waist, inhale tall, slowly, exhale, fold, reach and pause. So another breath. Exhale, fold, reach and pause. Have another breath. Fold, reach and pause. So don't worry about getting to the foot. Remember the ankle, the shin, the thigh will be fine. Scan the body. Do you need to stay up? Stay up. If you do, then do so. You can think about folding. You can have the two hands on the foot. I just kind of like to keep one down. It helps to keep my shoulders level. Again, release the two hands to the ground and very slowly begin to creep or slide your hands towards you. Bring your knee in, send your leg away, give the legs a wee jiggle. We're going to get ready for our Yoga Nidra, our relaxation. We'll lie ourselves down. I'm going to read a wee piece from a book today. These are some books that I have. Regular yogis will know them, the 30 Paths books by Susan Johnson. She writes really beautiful stuff. It's lovely stuff for your class. So lie down nice and carefully for me. Remember to make any adjustments that you need to feel the ground solid and flat beneath you. Slide the legs away if you wish. Keep them bent if you need to. Close your eyes. Feel the ground solid and flat beneath you. This piece is called The Body is a Miracle. Become aware of the sensation of your back flat on the floor. Feel the back as solid and strong. Visualize each vertebrae touching the floor. How flexible your back is. How it manages to support your whole frame, holding you upright. How you can stretch, lengthen, turn and rotate. Become a friend to your back, watch over it, learn how to rest it, nurture it, and always work with your back and mind. Now take your attention to your feet. Feel how the feet earth you to the ground, connect you, give you stability and balance. Think of how many miles your feet walk in a lifetime, how they climb rugged pathways, move through water, play games, dance and step. Look to your feet and thank them for helping you to walk around this earth. Now the legs, the strength in the legs, how they help create movement, and with the feet work endlessly day in and day out. Now feel the arms resting on the floor, the freedom we have with our arms. We hug and cuddle, we wave, hold and comfort. Our arms are meant for embracing. They are our wings and have the exact span to hold another human being. The arms hold the shoulder to cry on. Be grateful for this gift. Feel the hands now resting on the floor. The fingers, how wonderful the hands are. We garden, drive, shop and clean. They touch, caress, feel, hold and heal. The hands grasp, grip and shake. Our hands are very precious and we should thank them. Feel the whole of the abdomen now. how the belly holds for you the reserve of energy, of prana and life force. How wonderful to feel sensations in the belly, emotions, expectations, butterflies. How the belly connects you to all these senses and feelings, and how through the practice of your pranayama, the belly softens, releases, and becomes your calm center. Now go into the heart center and be mindful of the sensations within the chamber. Feel the freedom, the openness, the empathy and compassion. Draw in the love that is resting in this center, the still inner voice. Come into contact with yourself, your own relationship with yourself, that internal knowing. Feel the softness now in your face, how every muscle works for you. Your face registers how you feel. The sun shines on it. The rain wets your skin. The cold chills your nose. Tears run down your cheeks. But your smile lights up your face, lights up a room. Now allow the eyes to feel the sensation of darkness. Our eyes are the most precious organs. They watch, sleep, see. We need to take very special care of our eyes and guard them fiercely. And now the nose, the sensation of smell. The smell of a newly opened rose, the skin of a baby, freshly cut grass. These sacred and pleasant memories are evoked by smell. Now our physical bodies are this miracle of life. What we cannot see is the biggest miracle. But we can feel it, sense it, receive it, embrace it, and believe it. The universal power and creator of all energy. Now I just want you to stay as you are, lying down. Begin to wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. Bring your hands together. Begin to rub them, create a little bit of heat and energy. Place your hands in a prayer position to your third eye. Peace in your thoughts. Slide the hands down towards the lips. Peace in your words. Slide the hands down to the heart center. Peace in your actions. You can stay lying down on your mat for as long as you wish. Stay safe, keep well. Hope to see you next week. Namaste.